Hard to believe, week one already of the high school football season, but Brownsburg, they are raring to go. Mid-season form here in Hendricks County. It's week one, Friday Football Frenzy, and it starts.
Get ready. It's time for the action-packed excitement of Indiana high school football. From the Indy Channel, RTV6 Sports presents Friday Football Frenzy.
All right, here we go. Good evening. Welcome to the season premiere of Friday Football Frenzy. I'm Dave First. Michael Grady and Brad Brown will be along here in just a bit. Bunch of great highlights tonight. A ton of good storylines as well. What a beautiful night, either in person or on HDSN. Speaking of hometown sports and news, the start of season 2 of our MIC game of the week. And what a great way to open the season. 3rd-ranked Center Grove, 5th-ranked Warren Central had a great pregame show at 6:30. The pit was loud and proud all night long. Great time and a wild game. Tied at 14 to the second. Just before the half, junior quarterback Zach Sumier, the throwback screen, Isaac Avant, and he's gone. 37-yard touchdown. Warren goes into the locker room up 21-14. Off a Center Grove touchdown, ensuing kick. Short one to Avant. Look at this kid go, Avant. Speed to burn. He's gone. 85-yard kickoff return, and Warren goes up 35-21 late in the third. But Center Grove hangs in there, and one special teams play deserves another. Javon Swan with the block punt, picked up by Dan Root, who takes it in from 18 yards out. Here's another look. Swan just picked up a scholarship offer from Stanford. Great play. Game's tied at 35. Under 3 to play then. Center Grove's Titus McCoy into long drive with a 1-yard score. Center Grove, just their second lead of the game, up 42-38. Warren with one last chance on 4th down. Sumier is chased and sacked by Root. Center Grove, the strong win on the road, 42-38. 3rd-ranked team in the state beating number 5. Huge game to kick off our MIC game of the week. Meanwhile, Ben Davis kicking off its defense of his 6A state championship. And the Giants aren't exactly lacking for respect. They opened up the season ranked number 1 in 6A, lost a ton of guys from last season, but they feel like they reloaded for 2015. Tonight, opening its title defense at Tech. In TV, we call this split screen. Very technical. Giants quarterback Ajay Cooper hands it off to Chris Evans, and there goes Evans. Just like last year. This one, 52-yard touchdown. Giants up 7-0. Says so right there. Tough night for LC. There's Cooper again. Finds the speedy Zion Blow down at the 5. After that, back to Evans. Make it 21-0. Ben Davis at this point. Add it all up. Here's the final. Giants blank Tech 63-0 the final. They've upped the ante for Cathedral this season. The Irish now part of Class 6A. Started the season at Lawrence Central tonight. Irish up 16-6 to break. This didn't help LC. Bad snap, safety, make it 18-6 Cathedral. A few plays later, Irish quarterback Max Bortenschlager over the top, finds 6'4" Luke Sanders, 47-yard touchdown, 25-6 Irish, 7th-ranked Cathedral. They win it. First game in Class 6A, 32-14. Well, we'll see some great rivalries all season long, and there's nothing like a good cross-county matchup to kick things off. How about Carmel and Hamilton Southeastern? And yes, Hamilton County is loaded with talent once again. Brad Brown with the trip north tonight. Brad.
Dave, good evening. Last year was the first time in 10 years the Greyhounds and Royals played in the regular season. That one was at Carmel. The Hounds held on for a 14-7 win tonight. The home game at HSE. Their last win against Carmel was 10 years ago in the 05 sectional. A big crowd at Southeastern tonight, and have a look. Gary Harris and Zach Irvin now in the HSC alumni section, of course. There's Carmel's new head coach, John Hebert, longtime assistant, getting the promotion. Scoreless game late, first quarter. Greyhounds getting it down the field. Michael Vitruk rolls out. Kurt Rafdahl, the big tight end with the TD, and a 7-0 advantage on the road. Carmel's defense was looking stout in the first half of this game, stopping the run here right at the line. Gang tackle, 1, 2, 3, 4 Greyhounds in on that one. Just one first down for the Royals in in the first half. Another score for Carmel before they go to the locker room. Victor up to Ethan Merriweather. Nice pass and catch. Greyhounds come away with the win tonight, 28-7 the final. Short ride over to Noblesville. The Millers opening against Lawrence North, and this was as wild as the Noblesville student section. It was 35 all midway through the third. Addison Brown on the punt return for LN fumbles. Chandler Hurst recovers for Noblesville. Drive it down the field, going to turn it into points. This sets it up. Jarrell Urey, great run up the middle. Almost broke it to the house, but taken down just across the 30. The TD sneak, though, for QB Luke Mello. Pretty one there. Look at the final on this one. More like a basketball score. 55-50 for Noblesville. Most points they've scored since 2009. By the way, New Palestine opened the season ranked #1 in Class 5A. They win tonight at Lawrenceburg. In 3A, #1 Tri-West lost to West Lafayette. Off we go, Dave.
Yeah, off we go indeed. Brad, thanks. Parochial Powers meeting up at Lawrence North tonight. 3A Brebeuf taking on 4th-ranked Chautard. Braves in white. Luke Eifert, the sidearm to Sam Snyder. Braves drive ends in a field goal. How about the other way? The give here to Chautard's Gabe Coleman. Some tough yards there for Gabe. That too ends in a field goal. A lot of threes, not many sixes when photographer John Gehring was there tonight as Chautard hangs on 27-17. We need some touchdowns on these highlights. Hey, once again, the season will end at Lucas Oil Stadium, but only for the 12 state finals. 4 schools got a taste of the big time with the annual Horseshoe Classic tonight. Michael Grady is back from the stadium with a look at tonight's doubleheader. A double dip, Michael.
Yes. What better way to start the 2015 season than with the Horseshoe Classic? 2 games and 4 very talented teams. We begin with Decatur Central taking on the Franklin Central Flashes. Nice crowd at Lucas Oil tonight. Second half action, Tyrone Tracy takes the handoff, and watch these nifty moves. Flashes thought they had him. Oh, you got to be quicker than that. Almost gets in the end zone, but he's down at the 1-yard line. They punch it in on the very next play. Hawks up big. Later it's Sam Valentine with the ball. Speeds by tacklers into the end zone. That's a touchdown, Dave. That puts the Hawks up by 20 in the 4th, but Franklin Central comes back and pulls to within 8. Final drive under a minute to go. Cody Jacobs sacked by Ryan Harrison. Flashes can't complete the comeback. Decatur Central wins 34-26. Southport and Roncalli in game 2. That was 2017 Indiana Mr. Basketball candidate Paul Scruggs. He also likes football, and you know what? He's pretty good. He's playing wide receiver for the Cardinals, who picked things up in the second quarter at Lucas Oil, and Scruggs is going deep, makes the one-hand grab to put Southport at the 2-yard line. What can Scruggs do? The Cardinals score on the next play. Later, it's Roncalli driving. Nate Fries with a strong run, squeezes it into the end zone. Tie game at a touchdown apiece, but Southport comes back. Senior quarterback Luke Johnston to Blake Evans. Touchdown, hook up, puts the Cardinals up a score. They're in the second half right now. Southport's still on top now by 2 touchdowns. Next week, Southport, they host Westfield at home, and the Rebels will be hosting Franklin Central. Dave?
Who says Scruggs didn't get no love? Hey, back to Hamilton County. Fishers is ranked 8th in 6A. They hosted North Central in the opener, and the Tigers, Zach Eaton with the pass here to Tim Halliburton, and here we go. Flags, bells, waving and ringing early and often up in Hamilton County. North Central's Austin Roberts Tate then swings it over to Daryl Henderson Jr. Tough night for the Panthers, though. 8th-ranked Fishers wins the opener 28-8. Back to one of my favorite all-time segments of the year, and this year starting off with a couple of really good West Side stories. Avon's ranked 6th in 6A, and Brownsburg featuring Iowa recruit Tokes Akinrabade. It's the season premiere of our Friday Football Frenzy Flylash.
We start the season with the place every team wants to finish the season, Lucas Oil Stadium. Also ready for the Colts preseason home opener. Brownsburg has a legit chance of a championship as they open on their home turf. The Dogs are ready to go. They've got Pike in this one and their brand new head coach in Jimmy Graves. Guess what, though? Pike's riding a 2-game winning streak in this series, and when we arrive, they're already up 14-0. Brownsburg quarterback Hunter Johnson and receiver Tyler Kurtz will get a lot of airtime this season, and here's how it starts. A juggling catch to pick up 7. Then Iowa recruit Tokes Akinrabade with a 1-yard score. The Dogs are on the board. But Pike with several big plays in this one. Derek Hawthorne to Trey Allen, who goes 57 yards for the score. Pike still up 20-7. I think it's appropriate. It's beach night here in Brownsburg because the student section here, they're ready to ride this wave all night long, right? We want to ride, 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 rally. We want to ride, 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 rally. We want to ride. And here's the rally. Johnson with a couple of TD strikes to TK, Tyler Kurtz. But it's Pike, third in a row versus Brownsburg, 55-34. Strike up the band at Avon. They're up 28-0 on Plainfield. And from Skycam 6, the Oriole Army is loving it. But Plainfield's defense steps up in the third. Bryce Biddle sacks Brandon Peters for the 6-yard loss, but it only deters Peters for a bit. The Michigan recruit airs it out to Harrison Weber for a 49-yard score. Big play, almost as big as that sign. So we're here with Leah and Grace. They helped put this sign together. How long did it take you guys?
About 2.5 hours in total. Yeah, we had the football moms actually sew it together. So it's 12 huge black sheets all sewed together, and then student government painted it.
And it better last all season long. Avon's defense preserves the shutout the rest of the way, and it's 5 TD tosses for Peters. The Orioles fly 41-0 as we fly back ourselves to wrap up week 1 of Friday Football Frenzy. Flyline.
Wow, a couple good games there on the west side. And how about Brownsburg and Pike? Quick look ahead to week 2. We've got Brownsburg as they make the trip over to LN. HTSN coverage starts with our live pregame at 6:30. Then Greg Rakestraw has the call at 7. Next Friday night only on HTSN. Back after this.